Hello and good afternoon. Hello and good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Wow, 28th of April 2026. It's been a minute. I think we just post this because of 1, 2, 3. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome so much. I know we left this hanging, but the month of May, actually, we're going to resume again. We're going to live stream the whole month of May. As you know, live streaming is actually not an easy task. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy thing. Specifically, if you are live streaming every single day. I'm a full-time trader, but most of my trades are swing trading. So sometimes we may be having trades that maybe runs for 3 days, 4 days, and you just need to take time. Like you can even leave some trades to keep running. It normally happens. Elion Kranja, I see your question. I'm going to just read it and then we resume because we need to get a signal right now. We need to get some update what is happening to the market as we resume, as we come back now to the live streaming every single day. It's not an easy thing, but we're going to manage it maybe through the entire. I think we need to be doing at least an entire month. Then at least we can skip 1 month and then we just come back again. I think that is going to be fair enough because these things consume a lot of things. Going live is not really an easy task, but we're going to do it. We are really going to do it. Yep. Let me just read this question as we proceed because, what to ask on the quote? How do we choose the base and the quote currency? Which should be the base? I think this is from the videos that I posted, 2 videos. Remember, we have been talking about the court report, that is commitment of traders. After the commitment of traders, this is just the start. We are just starting, I want to share a lot of information just free of charge. The information that I've been able to learn for many years. I think over 8 years that I've been trading. So how I get it easy and how you can just get it easy. To now get the quote currencies, to know which one is the base and which one is going to be the quote, it's just easy. You just know the combination. For example, if you're looking, for example, on the euro and you realize people have been selling euro and they have been buying Canadian dollar, you just need that pair. Of course, you just need to go to that pair because mostly you're not going to get euro card. You're not going to get candy euro. Most of the time you're going to get many brokers actually listing euro can't. Let me show you that as before we resume. And for those who are wondering what are we talking about, don't worry. We've been going back there and I'll be showing you what we really mean here. So I'm just going to answer this Karaja your question here. So for example, most of the time we are analyzing 2 currencies. For example, if you look at euro candle, there are so many brokers who have listed euro candle on FCM, Forex, it is on Paperstone, all these you're going to get it, and the high chances you're going to get it on the MT5. But when you search canned euro, you see, it's not common brokers who have listed these. Maybe you can see you cannot even get it on Paperstone. So if you're using Paperstone, you're not going to get it. And on your broker, you're not going to get that type of pair. But for example, if you're going to get maybe that order, it's like, for example, instead of going to trend USD euro, USD euro, instead of trending that, why don't you trend euro USD? Because if the other one is going to be buying, then it means the other one is going to be selling. Just easy like that. A very easy task, a very easy thing that you just need right there. So you just need to understand which pair is available, and if the one is buying and you're going to trade opposite of each other, maybe they want to change on the base currency and that, you just change from buying to selling that pair and it becomes easy like that. All right, so we'll be moving also to other things. That is not only just one thing that we'll be talking about. Paris, good afternoon is a good morning. I always say good morning every time I say good morning. The reason for this is because new morning, good morning means that it's a new brand day, something new. a very nice day. Something is starting. The day is starting. Everything new strategy, new energy. You know, everything is brand new, and that is what the morning means here. So good morning, Paris. And we are here. So we are starting to resume this. We now want to analyze the market and see what we have. But before that, a lot of things have actually been happening on the April. Remember, the ceasefire is almost at the edge of collapsing again, and a lot of things that have been happening that you need to follow up. You need to follow up on that. So I'm going to check on the gold. You're going to check on some major pairs here. What has actually been happening? I've been monitoring current stock indices like Nasdaq. If you can remember so well, we were talking about the Nasdaq, like the Nasdaq. I actually begged you to buy Nasdaq, I think some weeks ago, last month, March. Yeah, as until like today, just 1 month, and then you can see Nasdaq has hit all the time high. If you bought, then congratulations, you have made some good amount of money from that. This is incredible. I just love like this, and I just love this, man. I just love this. I just love seeing this kind of move, how the market is just making this kind of move here. So you don't need to be missing here, because I'm going to be giving you some good advices that you need to invest. What currencies do you need to invest in? There are some opportunities normally I get, and then you just need to involve yourself in, because you don't need to miss that. These are incredible things that I do, and if this can sustain me full time, then of course you need my advice for 8 years. For 8 years, just every single day is the chart, every single day is PC, and it's done incredible things. I know there are some people who feel like, we need to give up on this, and this is not the time. This is not the time. The first thing that you ever need actually is the capital. You need capital. You need capital so good. You need capital. So don't joke with that. Don't joke with that. Now I want us to check on gold. And one of the things that have actually been happening to the market, if you can actually look on this carefully, is the VIX. So within the VIX is a volatility index that tells us on how the market is, whether we're in the fear mode or whether we're in fear or in green mode. And this is one of it that tells us whether we're in the risk on or the risk off. Right now we are in the risk on. Like, so many people are actually willing to take risk on the risky assets like Nasdaq. So anytime you see this happening, like this, the VIX is falling, just know, of course, what is going to happen to the stock market is going to rise. And I know so many people don't trade stock market. I don't know how many Kenyans actually trade stocks, because most of traders are engaged themselves with the stock indices. I mean, Nasdaq, US 30, SP 500. Most of you actually involved yourself in these stock indices, and if you train those ones, and you need to understand more about the VIX, and this is what we are getting from the VIX right now. It is at the lowest bottom of it, VIX, and that's why you see the stock market boom is right now booming, and the market is really moving up. And I think the market is not pricing the wall, because if the war is really going to break out again, then perhaps we're going to see the VIX moving up again. But let's try and see whether there is a high likelihood for the VIX to absolutely move up, because I think after attaining around 29, almost 30, only these alone meant this market absolutely moved all the way down. You saw how the stock moved. You saw Nasdaq moving slightly below 25,000, and that was really crazy. Market moving past that, with now a new high that has actually been created of 27,000. This is really amazing. So VIX is number one that you need to check if you after all you need to trade Nasdaq, US 30, stock indices mostly, then Nasdaq, then VIX is the most important thing we need to check here. And that is where we start, because I've been trending this. So if you look at this on let's even move to 4-hour time frame, because I'm interested to know what is happening to the VIX right now. Because if you look at this, seems like the praise where, this is how the market is aligned. This is what I've been talking about, and you can actually get this from just experience. This is how the market is connected, and sometimes it's very overwhelming. Like, it's crazy, it's something crazy. Like, this is how the market is connected. For example, the market like gold or Nasdaq attain all the time high. It is on a extreme buy level. Then something breaks out that makes the Nasdaq sell. That is what normally happens. So the market is so down, maybe there's going to be an intervention or something positive just happens. Because now, the reason that happens is because the market now becomes so much sensitive, right? It's become so much sensitive. So that's why you see, for example, right now we are trading, or the Nasdaq has attained all-time high. The prices are very up right now, including the only thing that has not achieved all-time high is USD. The only thing that has not attained all-time high is USD. I need you to understand this. This is a very important thing so that you can put it in your brain. That is not what has not achieved, is only the US. But Nasdaq right now has achieved all-time high. And the most incredible thing that we need to check here is this. For example, this is what I'm talking about. For example, you see this market moving like this. This is VIX, right? VIX has been moving down. And eventually, you are going to see the VIX trading at this level here. For example, at the support level here. And of course, after this, you may expect something. Eventually, you're going to see something maybe out of nowhere. Maybe the war again erupts, of which I don't think this war is going to end. Maybe up to the end of this year. There's no way this Iran and Israel and US war isn't going to end like this. Because number one, Iran is not willing to submit or maybe stop the nuclear, or to submit the nuclear materials and enrichment of the uranium. They are not going to do that. And the main goal was that this one before even started. So these are guys who are criminals. These people, our umbilikis, people you cannot tell anything. So I don't think this is really going to end soon. And this is the VIX that we are looking at here, because this is one that tells us everything about risk on and risk off. The reason for VIX very important, even before you just check anything on the market, is because VIX can price in even before the market moves. That means VIX can jump all the way to this area here. It can create a very big candle here, meaning there is a fear. We are now on the risk off market, right? That means now it is a leading indicator. That means it's going to lean this market. And sometimes if you're going to see a very big bullish candle here and the market stays up, let's say the market moves to 22 right now, then later, maybe in a few hours or maybe in coming days, you're going to see the stock market falling, because VIX is measured by SP 500. So you're going to look and compare with the SP 500, you're going to see them moving opposite of each other, inversely proportional. All right, so that's why I'm checking on this. So if you don't look on this now, this is the time for you now to start checking on the VIX. Now, what is happening? I expect the market is cool right now, but if you look at the oil prices right now, it's very hot because the Strait of Hormuz not closed. There's blocking happening and a lot of things that are happening right now. If you look at the US oil, it's rating at almost 100. If you look at let's see the UK oil, because these are things that are really shocking right now. These are things that are crazy right now. The Brent oil is the most thing that you need to check on here. We need to check on Brent. Is this Brent or Brent oil? Pole, just slow. You just need to take time. Before you make that decision of buy and sell, Make sure that you know why the market is moving, because there are two type of traders that we have. There's someone who is just trading to buy and sell in the market, but there's someone who knows I am buying because 1, 2, 3 things have happened. Those two traders are different, because even if the market is not going to move to that direction, at least you know you are satisfied and you know, oh, there's something I missed. But there's someone who is buying. When he loses, you say Forex is a scam. Those are two different traders. You need to be very confused before you enter that buy and sell from the market. Yeah. So if you look at the bright oil, that is one I'm going to check right now. I'm actually even going to be looking it on. Let's see. Relax. We are moving. We are moving. Yeah. We are moving. We are almost there. I'm almost to give you something amazing here. But this is the most important than the chart. This is the most important thing than the chart. You understand? Eh? So I'm checking on the Brent. Let me see on the Brent, because this is a crude that measures the price of oil globally. We talked about the price of oil increasing as well in our country, of which already happened. So this is the most crazy thing that is happening right now. We're going also to move the gold to the gold. Look at the oil prices. All the way up. Brent is up. US oil crude is already up. Some people call it the New York oil, or the New York crude is already up, very up right now. This is what you are talking about. These two things tells you that things have not really calmed down, and that's why now, if this is going to continue like this, maybe at some point when this war is not resolved, then you're going to see the VIX reacting to that, and actually it can be very quick, because already it is really down. It's really down right now. That's why we talked about something just like this. Look at that. Now, what normally happens is you're going to see VIX react and then the market follows. It's like, for example, what you have talked about here. If this persists, because we're almost at the end of that. If the oil prices are trending, oil is trending at 99, Brent is trading at 104. We are at high risk, but the market is not seeing that, and the effect is still on the market. But if you look at the Nasdaq and the US oil, they say different information. We are getting different information right here. I see gold is reacting to that. If you look at the DXY, almost trending to that, because after getting this market opening at this level here, you see this is a gap that we really get, but the market moved all the way down again. So let's see, because this is the most important. But at least DXY, sometimes it is also lagging. Sometimes it's also lagging, and I really don't like it. Look at the DXY. This move that we've been getting around this area here, this is actually a market that is moving down, and we have actually failed to break this, which is around 100 and something here. So maybe a likelihood after attaining this, maybe a likelihood to continue from moving down. If you look at this, the market is pricing up, but we already moved below 100, that is in terms of the DXY. You can see the prices are really very low here, right? This is crazy, right? So this is what we just need, because this happened after the price of oil has actually dropped. We ain't got now. Remember, we actually been getting the DXY getting a lot of strength, moving up because of inflation, and of course the inflation, we got it very high. Right now we are talking about 3.4%, which is actually already very high. And if the prices of oil keep moving just like this, there may actually be the continuity of this happening even more, like inflation keep moving up just like this. But this, I think there is someone that is happening, and I think this is why we are getting. I think this is why the market is defying this. I think it's because the US are selling. They are counting the what Trump actually did, selling the energies, like for example, the crude selling to other countries, and that means good revenue to the country, and that's why you see the mixed reaction here. The Nasdaq is moving up, so stock moving up. Like right now, the Nvidia actually hit all new high. As you know, something crazy again. Nvidia moved this time actually to move. I think at around 2024, moved all the way up and got split almost to 4 times. And then the Nvidia again, after being split 4 times, now it is up again, and that is crazy. It's interesting how people are really interested in this tech game, you know. It's crazy, right? That's why you see now Akina Nasdaq, USD are really moving up. But those are things that you really need to check out on what is just happening to the market. A lot is happening. Think about that. Think about those things. Think about those things, because if you start analyzing all of them, I don't want you to get lost on the way. But anyway, because I know not so many people are going that this information, maybe I don't want to get confused. You understand? Good afternoon. This is Sonia Akinyi. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Me niko sawa. We are back. So from May, hii mwezi yote ya May, where we are going to be trending every single day. Make sure that you are here. I was taking a break because live streaming is not easy. That is what I'm saying. Now, I want us to look at what's happening to the gold right now, so that you can see, do we really have a signal right here? Because that is what we need. Let's see whether we can get a small entry for today and see what we have. That is going to be interesting, right? Yes, that is going to be interesting. If you're joining this, make sure that you subscribe, turn on notification bell. It's going to help you anytime I'm really live here. All right, so let's see what is happening to the bond right now. Let's see what is happening to the bond right now. Gold right now. What's happening to the gold right now? That is what I want us to see. Let's analyze the gold. Let's start with the frame window. We start with time frame alignment. Gold is trading below. The market is moving down, and this is what I fear right now, because it's something I was discussing with someone concerning this, and I was telling them, if you look at the gold right now, it does not really have any signs for upwards. If you look at the gold right now, that is what I was telling this person, because there are some things that's really happened to the prices of gold that are very scary right now. For example, how the market created this, something like this. This sounds scary. This sounds scary, right? Such things is very scary because of what the market can do. Once you see like something like that is 1, 2, 3 touches and the market is continuing with that trend, it's just very scary. Even if you take these like this, okay, it's not that accurate, the support line, the trend line here. But if you take something like this, then of course these are very scary things that you see here, because now the likelihood even for this market to hit even below 4,000 is really can happen really very quick. Around this area here, maybe a support line across this area here, where the market is going to touch this, and you see it has to happen. That can happen, and I told you the gold can actually do this even within some just hours, and then boom, we are below 4,000. It happened that way It happened, I think, sometimes back when the market actually moved within one day from 55 and moved all the way to 46. So it's really happened. It's really happened. Over 7,000, over I think 55 to 46, almost $9,000, $900 move. That's a lot of pips that can make you a lot of money from this place. If you look at this market here, it has really fed. And the reason I'm saying that there is a possibility for this market to move down. Number one is this market, after creating all-time high of 55, almost 5600, then we moved back all the way here. I expect this market at least to create at least support, maybe resistance, maybe, you know, double top, something like that. But of course, this market failed to break this way. That is what happened across those areas. And if you look at this carefully on what is happening here again, is really serious. It's very serious. Look at this trend. The market moved like this and then boom, created a new low around this area of around 41. That is was actually below this area here. That is below 4,100. That is another crazy thing that you see here from this gold. Listen to this, or listen to this, because this is serious. Now, the main point that I have from this market, the reason that there's someone who was trying to buy like from this area here, thinking that the market is going to keep moving up because, you know, this look like a reversal. This was looking like the market is, you know, reversing from the downtrend that we didn't got from this market. But here is the trap. You need to understand, and this is what I've been saying for a very long time, you need to understand the goals of the market, where the market is moving. Because that is the first thing that you need to understand. After the market has just moved, ask yourself from this level here of 54 and to this place here, if this market is maybe to do a small pullback, where is this going to reverse to? Because there is likelihood down for this market to move to that level before it continues to move down. And this is the level that I was thinking about, not even thinking about, but then data shows that you need enough evidence for that. Number one, if you apply the Fibonacci retracement from the top here all the way down here, that is from swing high to the swing low, we take the Fibonacci. I ask you this question: if Fibonacci, I don't know. If I see just anything just like that, forgive me. I don't know. I'm very poor in English, by the way. Mimi nimesomea ushago, mimi nimeenda shule ushago, nimekuja tu campus hapa town, and that is the only thing nimesoma, kizungu kidogo. Anyway, we drag it all the way to this place. Right? If it will move back, then remember our areas of interest is always between 50% and 61%. Thank you so much for those who is clicking love button. Thank you. Now let's see what is happening here. I don't want to guess because enough of thinking. Stop thinking what you are thinking. The price is moving to 49,000. The price is going to move to 2,000. Maybe you rent somewhere from X. The price is going to 10,000. Gold is moving to 10,000. Just look on how the market. Look at the pattern. The pattern will help you so much. That is the most important thing that you need. So if you look at this carefully, we need this level here. Okay, we need this. If you look at this carefully, this is where the market was already. This is actually in between. This level here is actually in between 61, which is located around this area here, and this level of 51. So the market is exactly at this area where we expect it to reverse from. So that is very nice. And the other thing, of course, is this. Anytime you see a support, sometimes supports act as the resistance. So if you see the market forming that kind of pattern, just know there is possibility for that reversal. So around this area here, I expect this market to reverse from. So the argument was, can we use this or this one? Now, the problem that we end, the reason this market could not move to this place is because at the moment, when we analyze this market, we realize there's no enough volume to push this market to this place, around this area here, which is around 5,054. So that's why, in case maybe it is about to sell, and maybe you are long term, maybe you are swing trader, then selling from this area here, around 49.85, we could have started from this area here, and maybe this could be our last sale that we could have taken from this market. Now that was really a good argument. And where this market moving to, there's likelihood this market might be moving and creating maybe even lower than this one, which is maybe below 4,000, below 4,000 this time, below 4,000. This was actually 4,100. Maybe it's going to create even more below 4,100. That is serious thing that we see here. That is serious thing that we see here. Now that is the future. That is the future of gold on what we see. Right now we are at 46. Remember, there's likelihood for downside. There's likelihood for downside. That is maybe it's going to take May. Sometimes gold can do that even in some seconds. But that is what my focus is going to be coming months of May. Maybe we are going to move slightly below 4,100, and on a worst case scenario, we might be moving back to below 4,000, maybe 39, 38. That can really happen so fast. That is what's happening, and it's crazy. It's crazy thing. Right now it is 46,600. Now we want us to move very quickly right now, because yes, we need to see, is this market going to react, or maybe is it going to be a buy position, because this market has bought sold from 48, and this is the market that is slightly moving down. So is there any maybe a reversal that's going to happen that you can trend some 2 hours, 30 minutes, and then you just exit? Because I know there are so many people who are looking for $5 move, $10 move, $50 move. That is what we need to check here. But put that in your mind. What I see from gold right now, we might be moving back to below 40 something. It's gonna happen. It can happen if BTC, if Bitcoin moved slightly below 70, maybe I think about 70, Bitcoin moved 50% below, like the price went as we speak, I think last month or so, below that. And remember, we had achieved 126. So if gold is going to achieve that from 56, which is 56 here, if gold can achieve 50% down from all-time new high, and then we move 50%, that can actually be even 2,800. But I'm not talking about 2,800. I'm talking about the worst scenario of less than 4,000. 4,000, less than 4,000. See on crap, are you in any trade? Currently, I'm not in any trend right now. I'm not in any trend right now. Carlos, good morning. How are you doing, bro? Peter, thanks for sharing. Welcome. It will go up to 4,600. Actually, our aim is not even to move 4,600. A possibility to move even below 4,000. Take that to the bank and keep watch. Keep watch. Let's move now to 4-hour time frame. Maybe we can have a small pattern here, but you're not going to concentrate like on a bigger things, on a bigger scale here. Let's see the pattern, because here we need to see the pattern or where there is possibility for this market. But if you look at this pattern here, very nice. This market moving on so good. The market moving on so good. Like for example, this pattern here, this market buying so nice from this place here. Another one. This is great. This is great. We got a rejection around this area here, so we want to see what we have. Perhaps we can see where most of the volume is. Let's use from this low here all the way to the current price. Let's see where the market is pricey on. Aha, there are some places that I normally avoid, so let's see on the input. Yeah, a place like this, so a lot of things are really been happening across up here. So many owners, sell owners, buy owners, and I think some people have been trying to either sell from this place, because some people have been expecting going to buy from that place and for more time high. Others have been expecting to sell from that place. So a lot has actually been happening. So the current price, that is you need to avoid this between 19 all the way to 45.60, 45.70. You need to avoid that. So that is the area to avoid first of all. So first of all, that is a good area to avoid. You need to avoid that. You need to avoid that. Don't buy if you're planning to buy at 46. There's probability the market to move to that area there. There's a probability for this market to move up there, because this market is not like moving all the way, like you cannot say that this is maybe a 50% retracement that is happening, so that this market is going to move up like this. This is a norm. This is a norm. Something like just can happen to this kind of market, where we have sharp move happening to this market. But anytime you just get the market moving in patterns like this, forming a pattern like this, then you just need to fear that market, because there's a possibility it's going to continue with that for long. But anytime you see the market moving like this, sharpness, look at this candle, sell, 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 sell all the way downside here, then of course at any time you expect at least to recover from that. But a market that moves like this, look at this one moves there's specifically on 4-hour time frame, daily time frame, then expect maybe there is no coming back. It's not going to come back very soon. But this is the area that I'm expecting at least to get at least this market reacting around this corner here. Number one is because at least you can see this volume. The reason I'm avoiding this area here, I think this is why we have you can see around here, let me mark those zones here. This is very important to know. Trading gold is not easy. You need to be very careful. You need to, this are VAH. I need to put it differently. Then we put in green, and then VH, I put red, right? Definitely something like that. So this is why we have volume value area low around this area here, which was around 40.20 something. But at this juncture, I'm expecting this market, it has to come to 45.50. It has to come to 45.50. It has to come to 45.50. And if this is going to happen, maybe the market is going to move so fast. It's going to move so fast because of what we call now the low volume mounts here. So there is likelihood for that. Let's see something else. I need to check this seriously. We are now starting to see whether we just have this valley in the areas. This is just the start of it. I told you, you need, yeah, at least this is the area. You can see at least we have 26K here. Maybe the likelihood for market to buy from this area here, which is, I'm going to mark it. But this is just the start of it. The structure just confirms it, at least this area here. But even if it is just 50% a pullback that is just happening before the market maybe touches on the upper side. But remember, that is just a reaction. That is not a buy position. Remember, we're saying the market is going to move all the way below 4,000. But at least when this market comes to that area here, you see some candles settling around those area here. It can actually be a very nice buy positions around 54.5, 55 here, 55.50, 45, I mean 45.50, 45.50. That's Kazon. It's a really nice zone, 45.50 for buy zone. I want us to check on something here. There is two things that I'm going to post that video on TikTok because that is what we normally do. So I want to look at these two things here. I thought once you join this live, it's not only signals that you're going to get, but you're going to also to learn. I want to look on CME group options. This options is not options is actually another thing that we need to talk about, because sometimes when I check these things, I find like, it is very hard to explain to people, but it is really very simple. I want us to look at this, but I'll make it simple for you. Let me make it simple for you. This is option. It will tell you where so many people are, like where we have many orders placed into the market, right? So mark that. This is the first time I'm actually checking this so that we can check this all of us together and see a possibility of where we have this market moving to. So on this side we have put and this side we have calls. This is the same thing that we check on here. I think this is going to be very easy for you. The one that is investing, but this one is on guesswork, okay? Not 100% for the options for the gold. But here we need to check on strike. But I'm not going to check on this because I trust CME more than investing.com. I trust CME more than this. I trust CME more than this. I see so many people using this, but if you read downward here, you're going to see this data is not really accurate. I know this is boring stuff, but worry not. So this is a gold expiring at the end of the month. 1M is 1 month. So if you look at the strike, currently we are at 46. So there is 0.5 around 46 here. So if you look at this market, there's likelihood even for this market to move to 42, 47. 42, 47. That is what you have. This is crazy, because if you look at this market carefully from this area here, from this level here, even at the level that we have, look at this. The next strike that we have is 40, 45, 40, around 45, 40 here. I know there is difference between these prices. Like currently you can see this is a market that we have. There's difference between spot and the options. So that's what you need to understand. 40, 12, this is 13. As China sana, but at least the prices are really different. Maybe in China na $10, $10, $5, because of spreads and a lot of things that normally happens to the market. But if you look at this, that's high implied volume. That likelihood the market is on the implied volume is all the way down. People predicting this market can move down all the way maybe to around 42, 40. But the best thing that we need to check up is the next one, which is around 45, 40, which can actually be almost the same area, because you can look at this percentage here from 21, 96. If you look at the next one that is up 47.55, the percentage is very low compared to 21 and moving up all the way to 21.96, which is around 45, 40. So I'm just making it to keep it simple, which is around 45, 48. So this just confirms it. Like that is what you just mean, a possibility for this market even to move to that place, and at least that can be either a support level or maybe a place that you can buy from this market. So this area that I'm going to just focus on. Now I know we have not checked on CME because this one is basically when they are scalping, because it does not give you a landscape, a larger scale for this. In terms of volume that we really have here, you need to check here carefully. Maybe you can just expand it. All right, but look at this. This is what you need. You just check on the volume. This is really refreshing. Just refreshing every single minute, because the price is really moving around 46.25. That is where we may be either having a resistance form. But these are really changed. These are really changed. I need to expand it because a lot of things are really changed. Let's see. These are nice things. These are very nice things that you really need. Specifically this. specifically this. So around this area here, let's see, around on the course, which is around 46.40. All right. I need this refresh so that we can just get an accurate data when the market is moving up. So if we can get 45.40, if we can get 45.40, because I think there are some bigger orders at the top, then at least this market is going to be pulled up, is going to be pulled all the way up, is going to be pulled all the way up. The market is going to be pulled all the way up. There are a lot of things to just check here. Yep, there are a lot of things to just check here, but specifically you need to check on the volume, of which there is no enough volume right now on the both side. That is for basically these prices that ranges between 46.50 and 46.05 and 46.05. Perhaps when the market keeps moving down, we're going to see those orders maybe around 45, because the one from CME is basically shows not large scales, maybe a difference of from 46.50 from 46 is just a $50 difference. But at least when the market is going to move below 46 or that, and the market refreshes after 10 minutes, you might be seeing a real sort maybe from 45.40, if the price is going to be moving all the way to this area here that we really have for this. If the market moves that, don't rush to buy. At least let's wait and see how the market is going to behave around this area, because that is going to be a short-term buy. Our long-term goal is this market actually moving below 4,000. That should actually be in mind. That is what you can actually get from this place. Most of the time, you see, trading is patience. You all know that. The highest thing that you need is patience from this goal that we have here. So absolutely, this area does not really sound a good position to buy, because we're saying we have low volume nodes around those areas, so there's likelihood for the market to boom, to even move so quickly, move to those areas very quickly before maybe it jumps all the way up. So that's why you place this one here. At least we have some orders in place around those areas. Now this likelihood boom, this market to very quickly from this area here all the way to the candle zone that we really have all the market moving like this one. But after that, on the option side, you're going to be seeing that sentiment on the volume side. When the market moves down, we're going to be seeing at least some of volumes here on this expiry here. Maybe when the market at least moves down, we're just going to be seeing that. Yeah, you can see it is accumulating. There are volume here for puts, at least accumulating 15, but 15 here is very small. You take just as because at least 200, because these are contract. And you remember, if we're trading gold and if there is 15 contract, if this is 15 contract, then one contract represents 100 ounces of gold. So you just take it like 15 times 100, right? That is what you just need to understand. One contract is equal to 100 ounces of gold. So if you are buying this means there's someone buying 1500 ounces of gold. 15 ounces of gold. 17, you can see it is just increasing around this area here, which is around 4600. It's around 4600 here, around 4600. So sometimes when it just increases quickly, maybe let's say 100, 150, 200, that can actually be a very nice support area. It's just refreshing after some minute here, you're going to just see it. So that is basically what's happening. But in case you just want to see, although this is not accurate, or you want to see a larger scale, maybe $500, $1,000 distance, you know, that wideness, you can use investing.com. It's going to give you that wideness around this area here. But for accuracy, at least when the price is almost too close to the point, I suggest you use this one. That is what you need to look at this level. Let's see. Yep. That's what you have. So let's see the price moving to this level here. So that one I'm going to avoid until we get to this level because of the low volume that I'm getting from that place. So that is gone. Very careful on that. That is what you need to understand from this market. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Jesus, oh my God. You can see gold is moving down and silver is moving down as well. This is what's happening. Understand the risk that we talked about. VIX needs to move up. I think VIX needs to move up because currently what we really have here is crazy. VIX need to move up. VIX need to move up, and I think there's literacy for that. Stocks are really moving down. For example, Nasdaq right now, I can see it is trading around 27,156 from all-time new high of 27,400. I know you're going to get this information differently because of the broker that you may be using, because of maybe of a broker that you may be using out there. Quickly, I know maybe you're going to wake up one day, maybe this week or maybe next week, and you're going to see VIX actually moving up. The market is really up, crazy. US all trading 100 and Brent oil at 104, but the VIX is really so down. That's weird. It's just weird for me. It's just weird. SP 500 stock market gaining, especially for the US. It's crazy weird. Very weird. So again, make sure that if you are trading silver, make sure that you know which type of broker you are using and the contract size, because some, if you open 0.1 lot, 0.01 lot is equal to 0.1 lot. Make sure that you check on the contract so well, and don't trade it on MT5. Focus more on MT4. That is really going to help you out. Yeah, that is what I see. 45.50 gold, a likelihood for that. That is what we might be having. That is what we might be getting from that market. Which broker are we using here? Is it Pepperstone? Pepperstone, let's see. Hey, niwaambia vitu mingi sana free of charge. Simunilipe sasa. Can you pay me now? Because that was a lot. So this is the place I'm waiting to see the market moving to. Let's see. But around this area here, 1 minute I'm going to get back. 1 minute I'm going to. If this is the first time to join us, make sure that you like, subscribe really, and follow me on TikTok. I'm posting very valuable information right there. Make sure that you comment at least. I know this you're following this. A lot of people are winning from this thing. Let's look for some more entries right here. Now, ile ya scalp sasa. Those are the most bigger areas that you're waiting for. Let's see, on 15-minute hour time frame, what you are waiting to see from this level here, this level here, and can this actually touch 15? I don't think so. 15, can we touch 15? 15, not likely. 15, likely. 15. That's start off. That's 18, 19. I'm going to close it like that. That has been Ganan. So still we are going to be waiting for that market to achieve those levels that we have downside there. But that's just a brief of what we just expect from this market. So in case this market actually touches this level, don't forget to react, but don't forget to recheck on what will be happening to this market. So today is on 28th of April. Let me check something so that I give you some updates so that you don't miss this again. Okay. So 28th of April, 29th will be Wednesday, 30th Thursday, on May Friday. So from May 4th, mark this onto your calendar. Make sure, you can see I took my profit right there because I don't trust that market moving up. Mark this on your calendar right now, from May 4th all the way to May 29th. May 4th to May 29th. Between we are going to have a live stream every single day from 4th, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. How many days are those? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20 days. 20 days of live stream. 20 days of live stream. 20 days of live stream. Make sure that you have your account funded. Make sure that you have your account funded, right? Let me reduce these numbers. I'm repeating again. From May 4th all the way to 29th, that's going to be 20 days. 20 days, make sure that you have your account funded, because for May 4th, next week, we are going to start trading together here. We are going to start trading together here. We make profit and we make withdrawals. I have some big account, and I think I've been giving out some funded account. I've been doing that actually. Honestly, I've been giving some people free account. I don't know how many right now. Maybe 20 people, $10,000 account. You need to make money from that. If I get more of that, maybe I'm going to continue doing it. But I've been doing it perfectly, and I think I've been posting that here and also on my WhatsApp status. So make sure that's another thing. Have my number, save it, and yeah, maybe you don't know. You can get an instant account, and for the instant account, you just need to make as much as you can, then withdraw. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing, right? It's an incredible thing. So make sure that from 4th, we're going to do a live stream here. We withdraw together, even if it is going to be 10,000, 5,000, 200,000. you're going to be doing it correctly. So that is going to be amazing, an amazing thing that we're going to have. So that is what we are going to do. Gold, we're going to wait it to come down all the way to 45.50. That's the next chapter. We're going to wait in to see the market touching those areas. Then at least we can see whether we can have buy entries across those areas. You people have been disturbing me so that I can come with live stream. I never knew that you people have been benefiting from this that much. I specifically for some people have been trading and the market has moved into this direction. Every time there are some complications in the market, you don't know. Sometimes you can wake up and you don't know where the market is going to move, and sometimes it's really crazy. But also, we can just check this together. We encourage each other, and I really want you to have that amount of money. If you have never made profit in the market, then May is going to be it. I know there's some things that have been happening past because of Trump saying this and that, but I think maybe if we get a calm environment on May, that is going to be something else that we're going to be focusing on, and it's really going to be much interesting. So make sure that you don't miss out. Make sure that you don't miss out. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to set an alert at 47.60, the 46.60. I'm going to have an alert here at 46.60. Na tafadhali kuna vitu nimewambia tena, don't go to the trending view and search on your Google and you are searching trending view every time you want to trade. Come on, go to the desktop and download. Make sure that you download trending view desktop app. It's more better, it's amazing compared to what you have there to do every single day. You're going to the chat, you're going to the Chrome, and that's so bad. App is much better, more good. So but what if the market fails to come to this area? There's no worries. That is what I've told you already. So I'm going to set it at 68. At least this will give me enough time. Expiry on 1 month later, it will be May. So the conditions for this is every time notification, it will send me an email, it will send me all this. So that's why I placed it at very far, not the exact position, so that I may be observing with the market. So it's going to be around this area here, where we have this black line here, 68. So once the market crosses that, dun, 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 email, dun, 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 the market is crossing, dun, 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 open the chat. I'm always online though. Yes, that is what I'm going to get. What else? Oh my god, the silver is really down. I'm being tempted to buy silver right now because the price is very low. There's a gap that was created here but was already filled. Remember, silver touched 61, so this is already a very expensive price that you have. Maybe when gold moves all the way to 40 below 4,000, maybe silver will be crossing 58, maybe back to where it was before we hit 120. Maybe that is where I'm going to move. Also, silver, I'm going to set. Let me set a alert for silver. That is definitely going to be, let me see, on the highest end. I love this kind of market. I love this. If gold is going to be moving that, then of course silver is going to do almost the same. Silver is going to be 70. So silver moving 70 mark. So I had another alert here of 70. So when we cross 70.5, I will have enough time to prepare for entry. I need to check on the expiry, May 28th at 10:10. No? I need the expiry that can last at least. It's not for month, but at least I'm not going to adjust that soon. Okay, that is it. I'll see you again. I think tomorrow we might be live here again, but the lives that we're going to be doing from next week, I want us to beyond this live at least to be attending more people for this. So kindly help me to invite someone. We push these things all the way to the top, because live streaming with 10 people is still discouraging, and you are giving very high quality information, and sometimes you need more. We need more people here, right? So help me to invite someone next week, or maybe, and also tomorrow. Invite someone. This is just the start. Like, this is just the introduction. We are going to talk about more things, trying together and do this risk management together, have same entry. Yeah, you're going to enjoy this. More information, more learning. You stop trending like a novice trader. I'm going to transform you to, you start trending like a pro. Yeah, you're going to start trading like a pro. The month of May, I'm going to also have a new setup. Wow, this is going to shock you. This is going to shock you, my friend. May, I have ordered a very big setup that you have never seen. I have a new setup. New computers, new monitors. Hey, big setup. Very expensive setup. You need to see it. A setup that costed me more than 300,000. A setup that costed me more than 300,000. I don't know how much I really need to start now trading with, because now I think I need to start trading with more than now $50,000 account, not proper real money, more than $50,000 to $100,000 account, real live account. That is the capital that we need now for that setup. It's not a joke. You cannot have that kind of setup and then you put 10,000, 100,000, or maybe even 200,000. We need bigger money now. That means we need to build bigger capital right now. The setup next week, we might be having our setup next week. I think before mid May, we are going to have this setup. I'm going to walk you through it. It's going to be very amazing. It's going to be nice. Kindly, tomorrow I'm going to put the link early, maybe for those who are in the group, and also here, make sure that on 12 you are here again. We find some good entries for buy positions and also sell positions. The market will be moving so that we can have good entries together, right? I will see you then. I'm going to join another meeting here that I have, so allow me to exit this so that I can go to this meeting here. Let me see if it still exists, or we can just wipe up this. So thank you so much. I'll see you again. Let me join our Saturn meeting here, and then I'm going to wait for those entries. I'm going to wait for them. Let's see how the market unfolds before the end of the day. Before tomorrow noon, we're going to be right here, right? See you then, and have a good. Yes, yes.